distrust in community institutions, a distrust in institutions altogether, and as a result of that, you know, maybe to a greater extent, people are just turning away from institutions as a whole,
Mm.
and the result is the reduction of membership and kind of a we're almost have to go back to ritual focused work because it's hard to be a community based organization when people don't trust community based organizations.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And I think really, um, I think both of the factors that you have mentioned, the external or categories of factors, the external and the internal to the fraternity, are I think we're seeing both of those active in this renaissance. Um, as to which is actually having more of an effect on driving the renaissance, I think it's being shaped more internally, but it's definitely in reaction to the external changes that you're talking about. The fraternity no longer is welcome in society at large in the way that it used to be. Now, I think it's possible that can change, um, but it will change because the community at large sees something desirable about Freemasonry being true to itself, not by Freemasonry trying to make itself look more appealing. Because we've just seen, over the last generation of Masons trying to make adjustments in the fraternity to make it more palatable to a larger percentage of people hasn't done anything to help our membership numbers. That's not the solution to our problem. And in fact, our problem really is not a membership numbers problem. Our problem is a quality problem. And when Masons begin to realize that, as they are, then they work at trying to make the Masonic experience higher quality, more of what it promises to be. If you listen to the ritual tells us what the Masonic experience is supposed to be. And so I think internally, that's what we're seeing is more and more Masons coming forth to try to help bring us to fulfillment of what the ritual says.
Is it yeah, membership is such a funny it's such a it's one of those things where it's such a complicated topic because an outsider looking in, or even your average Mason, would automatically equate a higher membership with success as the main metric. But I think as we've seen, right, and I think many organizations, not just Freemasons, recognize this. If your only metric for success is the number of names you have on a piece of paper,
Right.
um, that can hide a lot of deficiencies. Uh, to use a sports metaphor, just because you win the game doesn't mean that you played a perfect game. And if you,
Yeah.
I think, reading back some of the history of Freemasonry in Windsor, for example, I think, you can, reading the minutes, reading reports, you can recognize that there are problems even in the 1950s, the 1920s that are cropping up. But because the membership kept increasing, it was very easy to ignore those problems until, as
Right.
with every problem, right? It's easy to ignore until it's not.
Yes. Yes. And I'll use another analogy here that I think is helpful. So a big portion of my career has been spent in higher education, and I have worked for a private institution in higher education. And so some of this applies to public institutions as well. But if you look at higher education, and you look at it from a business perspective, you think, okay, well, the more students, the better, because students are paying customers, and the more customers are paying for our services, then the more money we're making, and the happier everybody is. The problem is that the quality of the service we provide in higher education tends to go down as our enrollment numbers go up. And the reason for that is you put more students into a classroom with the same number of faculty at the university, you get a lower quality of education for each student, per each student. Students have to work harder to get the attention of their professors and to engage with them and interact with them. And we know that that interaction is a key to their success and their performance. Well, I think that analogy works really well for Freemasonry, where we can have lots of members, but that doesn't help, and in fact actually can impinge upon the quality of their fraternal experience.